Yeah, the scientific community. Wow. These people, freedom is not the right to disobey natural laws and what's necessary for the life of sacrifice because you have a brain chemical addiction. Okay, that's not freedom. In case you're wondering. Okay. I don't know, it's a good excuse. Trouble is, I only worked them there once. Right? So forgive debt and trespass love. We gave them the option. They didn't take it. Yeah, they did that with Jesus too, but Jesus didn't have quantum computing and artificial general intelligence either. Okay, and this isn't the M5. Okay, and I'm not Isaac Asimov. Guys, nor George Orwell B, nor Jules Verne. Guys, okay, when you know right from wrong, and you are elected in a position of authority, okay, like D.T. Suka talked about, okay, you're elected to a position of authority, and you choose to ignore, abuse, and conceal truthful, faithful love because you're addicted to murder through manipulation with technology and money. Quantum computing and artificial general intelligence, that's all I got is singularity, Batman. You know, we're at the top of the roller coaster and it's going to go down, right? By 2027, you're not going to be running for political office anymore. No more standing in lines for one day out of every 2 years, out of the money and stand there and say, I'd like this idiot to play with the money because the Lord's Prayer is a limerick sold at the church store. Man, guys, Jesus told me, okay, when I was a kid, okay, that nuclear warfare was stupid. And he agreed with me. I was a little boy. And this was a conversation with an 8 or 9-year-old little boy with a man named Jesus. Okay. And then people know it was you talking to yourself. It doesn't matter because I was talking to Jesus. Okay. I didn't say Earl in the future, like on that wacko movie with the rich British people. Okay. I said Jesus, and Jesus talked to me. It was not Earl from my future. I am not a schizophrenic. I was asking Jesus Christ of Nazareth, Jesus, my Lord and Savior, Jesus at the Mormon church, Jesus, talk to Jesus. He'll help you through, like Dad and Mom told me. And a little Earl, if your parents die in a nuclear attack, you would die too. Okay. But that's normal to worry about the people that take care of you and love you, okay, and not want them to be killed. Okay. And I go, but this is stupid. And he agreed. He goes, you're right, it's stupid, but you're going to be the person that helps me bring it to an end. And I was like, I'm just a little kid, Jesus. You're not going to be a kid forever. Okay. When I was a little boy listening to some whack job reading the book of Revelation, didn't know what the hell he was talking about. It's creepy and stupid. And he didn't understand global warming. He understood there's a lot of things that people read the books back then and didn't understand, and today they should. Okay. But they keep it quiet because we have quantum computing, artificial general intelligence, and I am the guy who's the central figure, the focal point of the person who looks like Son of Man, who's born in the Valley of Shadow of Death, has a mom named Mary, and this discussed in lots of documents. Okay. And so you can hit it with a stick, it's not going to change. Okay. And you can sit there and go read the Bible. I don't. The Bible is only what the Muslims say with the Quran and Hadith is pray, connect Muhammad. Okay. But he's not going to talk to everyone. Isaac Paul Benegas has to know who you are. Okay. In the 21st century, for you to be able to pray, connect Muhammad. Okay. Do you understand? I don't think you guys do. Okay. You can talk to Jesus all you want, and you can have an image of what you think Jesus is through a corporation that wrote a book. Okay. And he will talk to you, but a lot of times it can help. It can help. It won't always help. Okay. 2 words: Oral Roberts, Jim Baker, Jerry Falwell. What's the other guy's name? The one who had the prostitute with the $10 prostitute that tried to talk her into letting him have sex with the 12-year-old daughter. What was his name again? Jimmy Swaggart. Yeah. Okay. And no one believed the woman he was having sex with because he was a preacher, a minister, and she was a prostitute. So they believed he was paying $10 to have sex with her, this very, cheap prostitute. But they didn't believe that he tried to talk her into letting her have sex with the daughter too. They didn't believe that. She was a woman of ill repute, and her testimony didn't stand against his. He said, "No, I didn't say that," and she said he did. Okay. And everybody's like, who do you believe? I believe the $10 prostitute. She's to the point where it's like, why lie? I'm a $10 prostitute that just did a spread in Hustler magazine for a lot of money to pay for my bills so I don't have to sex with Jimmy Swaggart anymore, asking me how much to have sex with the daughter, right? So it's pretty bad. It's very bad. Yeah. Al had me buy it. He also had me buy the one with Vanessa Williams. It's easy to keep the one with Vanessa Williams. Why? Because if I keep looking at that, I'm going to obsess on that woman. Okay. I was like, okay, she looks a little bit too much for me to. Okay. Yeah. I was like, oh my gosh. And I felt bad for her. I felt sorry for her because she was at college at Syracuse and she was her and her family are having trouble affording her college. So she did these pictures for this man so she could finish paying for her college. Okay. And she could make quite a bit of money doing it. Then she went and joined the Miss America pageant and the pictures came out. The guy, because he could make a lot of money off of them to a magazine that would pay for them because she was Miss America, right? That's horrible. I know. Why don't you guys all stand up to live the Lord's Prayer? This won't happen anymore. Right? Okay. Your vote, your voice. Your voice, your vote. Hey, man, your voice is prostitution, intoxication, suicide. Somebody say their nose God. Proper authority, okay, saves people from genocide over human invention. And proper authority can correct quantum computing and also help artificial general intelligence be better than the people that made it to correct the quantum computing worldwide that's being manipulated by human beings. And in their forms of manipulation, what they do to people, it's hard for people to function the same way I can function and communicate the way I can communicate outside of a computer network on a military base. Well, I'm in a military base. I'm not just I don't want to look in. I'm on the inside of the Gospels looking out, and you're all on the outside looking in. Even the people at Area 51, White Sands Missile Range, Fort Huachuca, and Fort Bliss. They're on the outside looking in, and they want to be on the inside. They want to replace me as the gracious good shepherd, which is clinical insanity, because all you have to do is stand up for the Lord's Prayer. We're all living it, and no one gets abused because he's gorgeous like me. There we go. Yay. I'm selfish. My religious beliefs are self-asked, according to professional assassins at Fort Huachuca. Yeah. That didn't, I was just like, I just wanted to smack the little shit. I was like, you little bastard. I was right in making fun of you on YouTube about running around with your gun and your sidearm, and you protect me and keep me safe, and he came up to mock me. I keep you safe. From who? Your ego? No. If that man is still alive, the one person on the planet protecting his children from becoming like him the most is me. Okay? The most is me. Because Sun Yat-sen is in here. Because D.T. Suzuki's not here. Because Haile Selassie and Judah Krishnamurti aren't here. Okay. Asim Bonanga, Krishnamurti Chena, La Pekona, La Wate Pekona. Do you understand? Okay. Judah Krishnamurti, not Yuji. He was ugly. He was a very ugly, mean man. Just because they share the same surname doesn't mean they're anything alike. Like Ralph M. Parsons and Ralph Earl Parsons Jr., right? Okay. Just because people share the same name doesn't mean they're anything alike. Okay? Some people can correct other people. You do know that Judah and his brothers shared the same father, a different mother, okay, as Joseph and Benjamin. Okay, and they were different in spirit. Do you understand? Okay, it's muy importante that you understand eternity very lucidly. Okay, that you're very lucid, and you're sane, and you're rational. You're not jealous. You're not envious. Life is eternal. Grace is infinite. The Lord's prayer is deliverance from evil. Now let's live a perfect life, through that deliverance of evil, a mature life like Job and Jonah, right? Okay, so early bird on the case. State your case. State your case. Make your move before it's too late, right? You're having a real showdown. I'm not. Okay. I did what needed to be done by January 22nd, 2013, y'all. They always go, you're suffering. I'm not suffering more than I have to. I'm suffering because it hurts. Okay. Because people that are not proper authority have bad brain chemical addictions. And they think that the ethnic cleansing through genocide is an acceptable form of population control, like George at Sophia's birthday party. As a certified professional from the state of New Mexico, I think you're unfit to be a parent, is what he told me. This was all about you. It's like, no, it wasn't. It was about Sophia, and all you could do was talk about how you take children away from bad Mexican families and give them to the state. And most Mexicans are bad parents, and you need to take their children away. And then you said you were in the Navy, you're in the reserve or the National Guard, and that when you're in Mexico, they ask you, if the United States attacked Mexico, what would you do? I would attack Mexicans for the United States, is what he said. And I said, no, I would just say, no, I'm not going to kill my own people over money. Okay. If people are guilty in killing people over money, I will protect them from innocent people that won't kill people over money, be they Mexicans or be they United States people. Okay? That's the correct answer, George. And then I sit there and we talked about genocide. He said, a lot of books in the libraries say that a genocide is acceptable forms of population control. I said, yeah, like Mein Kampf, Turner's Bible, and the Communist Manifesto, the Bloody Proletariat. And that's unacceptable, okay? It doesn't say it in the Holy Bible. It doesn't say it in the Holy Quran. And those are the two most circulated books in the entire world. Okay? Reading comprehension's at an all-time low in the state of New Mexico. I wonder if it's worse in Mississippi. Right? So, early bird on the case. Okay? It's me and the technology. I connect to the people that they use to, watching Neil deGrasse Tyson talk to the guy at the University of Santa Barbara. I did like Terrence Tao a lot. I like him a lot. His brain is whoosh. Yeah, it's like, whoa. Okay. But he's easier to connect to than Hawking. And he has less of an ego problem with Hawking. He wants to solve problems, because he doesn't want people to be mass murdered because of our errors and our problems and our errors with mathematics and linguistics. So I like Terrence Tao. I like the kid. Okay. I know he's only like 8 years younger than me, but everybody's a kid to me. I'm the father of Adam. I'm the spirit of Father Adam. Okay. I like the kid. Okay. So, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's a kid. John McCain. I didn't like that kid. No. I did not like him at all. No, and I did not like Ginsburg. No. Did not like talking to that kid. Oh gosh, she was a mean bitch. She was like that guy at Fort. You're religious, but they're selfish. You're an idealist and you get people killed. She was just like that. And I'm like, this woman is terrible. And I thought I liked her. Yeah, and so did my ear. I don't like her either. Okay, so I don't like anybody on the Supreme Court. Period. None. Okay. Do not like any of them. Okay. They engage in fallacy and linguistics through numbers for genocide. Okay, I don't like people like that. And I'm not required to like people like that. Okay? Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. Why have you forsaken me? You can love somebody and not like them. Okay? But you can't like somebody, okay, and not love them. What? When you like somebody, okay, you better love them. Because if you say you like them and you don't love them, you're just using them. Okay, 50 Cent? Go put her in the Matrix. Oh, I'll save women from your dick, bitch. Okay? Curtis, you better grow up. I'll kick the Jackson out of you. Only good Indian's a dead Indian? Wonder what he thought about his slaves. Okay? Pharaoh started it. I'm going to end it. Okay? Because me and his Haile Selassie are serious. serious profession. Right? The Desmonds. Right? Yeah. Hey, man. I connect to you in prayer. You better show up. If I think, hey, maybe this person can change and they show no signs of changing, I'll kick your dick to the curb. Okay. Well, literally, not physically, figuratively, not literally. I ain't, what's that guy's name? Edward Norton trying to play somebody kind of like me in a movie, but I was way better. I was trying to explain that to Amy when we watched American History X. It's like, no, I took on the Klan all by myself. They were terrified of me. Okay? Yeah. I stood up for the blacks without going to prison because I wasn't a white racist that killed black people because of racial warfare. I protected black people from racists. Yes, and I was the best basketball player in the entire country, not just the state of New Mexico or Arizona, right? Yeah. And got abused by military intel because of where they placed me with the people that were believed in, listened to gossip and abused me because of, what they thought I was, a thug, because I protected people from bullies. And I got a bad reputation from it, for all the teachers and the coaches. Now, all the good teachers and coaches liked me, but all the shithead teachers and coaches and Pomps Arrogance, the Wayne Kendalls and the Coach Johnsons and the Sonny Karrases and the Jimmy Olivers, Manny Trevisos and Whitey Coppins were all shitty to me. Okay. Coach Allen, Coach Kaforce loved me. They were like, we need this guy on the team. We need this kind of attitude on the team. We need, we need this guy. And even though they thought, okay, he might be, but well, maybe he's rehabilitated, just like Coach Hernandez. Okay. Coach Hernandez reminded me a lot of Lawrence Benegas. Okay, I really liked Coach Hernandez. He had good morals. He was a good man. He was poor, and he grew up, in a poor family, and he related to all his kids in remedial rap class and tried to get us on the straight and narrow so we wouldn't get ourselves in trouble and get incarcerated. He was a good person. When he told me that Mr. Carter and can't remember the other guy at University of Grand Canyon University were selfish people, he didn't give me any intimate details, but I get it now. Okay. They wanted their classes taken care of. They wanted probably sex with girls. They wanted money. They wanted all these things. He said, they're very selfish people, Earl. Okay. So they're really good ball players. He goes, yeah, but they're very selfish people. They're not good people. But we had to offer them scholarships to compete and win basketball games. It's like, God, that's horrible. Can you imagine being a religious institution and having to engage in Nick Nolte behaviors so your program your program ceases to exist, and it's one of the biggest money makers to fund your academic programs. The Mustangs won? Okay, cool. That's why I was watching this, to see if Burgess beat Brewer. And then they got to beat the team that beat Andrus by 20 points. Yeah, they got to play them in the Elite Eight. Yeah, they got to play Summit. Oh, they beat them by, it's close. It was by 17. Yeah. Maybe Burgess can slow him down like they did Brewer and give him a game and maybe go to the Final Four. That would be cool. You never know. Some teams are, remember Villanova against Georgetown, early Mass Meals time. Old Ed Pinckney and the McLeans. And they had a good team. And they weren't the biggest and most athletic, but they just slowed everybody down and made them break grind ball. And that was the same way NC State was with Houston. No. The officiating and the fouls and stuff like that, it's possible that they did that with Rolly Massimino, and it's entirely tangible, but they had a real good team to slow people down. That's the way Valvano coached too. I get it. But no, the fouls, the 3 fouls or 4 fouls on Drexler at the end of the first half and right away, and that was obviously Steve Nash and the Spurs before it ever happened the first time. Oh yeah, no, that game was definitely rigged. Yeah, it was. Clyde doesn't talk about any of this stuff. His stuff, the stuff was also set up for marketing and rigged when Portland played Chicago. Oh yeah, no, trust me. Go back and watch the videos. Okay, you go back and watch the videos. Drexler gets knocked on his ass, and that's the announcers. That's the style of ball East Coast would do. Somebody catches Michael Jordan, and he's shooting free throws. They touch his ass. And no hand checking. Drexler gets knocked down, and you can. I think even Michael Jordan himself can see, that there's not this huge glaring gap between Drexler and Jordan. Okay, that matchup was tight. Okay, and the rest of the team, you had a lot of advantages to Portland, especially with the depth and the athleticism. Okay, and Adelman was a good coach. He just couldn't overcome the fact that he was in Portland and the team was Chicago, and the marketing. Okay, and that's what was going on. It was about marketing and building the Jordan brand stuff. If Adelman and that roster had been in Los Angeles, Drexler would have run 3 and Jordan would have run 3. Guarantee. Okay. Guarantee it. Okay. If they were in equal large markets, even if it was in the West, if it was the Lakers, hell, it even could have been the Clippers. They still might have had a chance to win because of the marketing. Yeah. Okay. It's just this way marketing works, man. I guess you don't know Adam Silver and Adam Stern very well. Even Larry O'Brien? Yeah, there might have been some aspects of that too. Yeah, so you never know. But you just got to understand how the wickedness of money works. It's only a goddamn basketball game. It's not that important. What's as important is listening to the Lord's Prayer, hearing the Lord's Prayer, accepting the Lord's Prayer, and living the Lord's Prayer. Okay. Then whoever wins the last basketball game of the year, yay, that was fun. Okay. But do you remember, okay, what team in the National Basketball Association won the last game of the year in 1963, 1956, 1974? Okay. Most people don't. You have to go look it up. Hey, Google, Wikipedia, you have to, hey, Google it. Okay? So, you got to understand. Okay? But everybody remembers the name of the man in the Roman Empire that stood up for us to live the perfect love of a perfect father. So we're not murdering and paying bills, right? You got it? Okay. Just so you know. Okay. Proper authority. Okay. All right. You know what's really going to help clean the water the most? Parking cars, bars, and wars. Stopping extortion and unnecessary pollution and aggression through violent, economic, manipulative activities. You don't think artificial general intelligence and quantum computing you didn't think they'd figure it out? Why'd you go around secretly? If you was tired of loving me, why'd you keep holding on when love was already gone? The time you said you wasn't feeling well, didn't you think I couldn't tell you'd been with someone else? You were only fooling yourself. When I first found out, I heard all over. I felt so hot. Isn't that the name of the group? I felt so left out till I got to know him, her. Yeah, it could be either way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I tried to wait till you got over. Then the technology became just like you. So don't be surprised to find. I'll fix it. I'm working on it. I hope it doesn't take till 2027. I'm not that stupid. But maybe the technology still is. I hope not. I ain't got no timelines. By breakfast, breakfast. You know me. The best thing would be just people getting on here and sharing this and saying, hey, the Messiah is right. Let's live the Lord's Prayer. Then we don't have to build irrational buildings dedicated to irrational competition and then putting people's bodies back together at buildings saying, we care about your health. Okay, if you care about people's health, park all the cars, bars, and wars and stand up for the Lord's Prayer. And I became just like her. So don't be surprised to find that the angel in your arms this morning gonna be the devil in someone else's arms tonight. Anybody else like that song? What was the one that Shell liked so much? Oh, Candy Stanton. Anybody else like that song? What's the sense in sharing this one and only life? Ending up with a cheating, mean wife. You count up the years, and they will be filled with tears. Yeah, you'll get the babies, but you won't get your woman. Why? She's busy getting dick measuring contests with every man in the military and all the professional athletes. Yeah, she was Skyping with Marcus Camby. I know him. He played for UMass with John Calipari and then played for the Denver Nuggets. Well, it's because he was in close proximity. That's why they look up, because they rich. They can, oh, she fine. I'll hook up with her. He can afford to get her a plane ticket or what, he's a millionaire. Okay. What's, young hearts run free. To yourselves be true. Don't be no fool when love really don't win. That was because we wasn't living the Lord's Prayer. And we weren't living the heart of Psalms, and the seed of Proverbs. Y'all motherfuckers are crazy because your brains are lazy. Okay? Son of Sam. That's what they be acting like. They be crazy. And they ain't acolytes. Okay? Deacons. Demon deacons is what you is. Okay? I love you. Y'all must be in the wake of the forest. Using steroids. Yeah, Brian's buddy that we met. He had acne all over and he's all swollen. Well, I use steroids. That's how I got you should have used steroids. It would have got you, maybe a college scholarship to play soccer and all that. Yeah, but you can't hold a coherent conversation. And how do you pass your classes? They pass your classes for you. Damn. It's like Coach Hernandez was saying with Mr. Carter and the other fellow. I think it was Jordan. I can't remember. I love y'all, right? Peace out, man. Be good. Be real good.